So Jay, first of all, welcome to Folkestone Invicta.
Thank you.
Your first thoughts on arriving at the club?
Excited, really, to get going. Obviously, like last week or so, everything changed. I wasn't expecting to be here till the start of, or till the end of the season, but things changed quite quickly. But now, I think the way things have worked out probably worked out for best for Folkestone and obviously for Tunbridge, with regards to being able to plan for next season and come in and get a feel for the place, which I'm really looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, things seem to move quite quickly on that Monday.
Yeah, look, it's not been ideal the way it finished. Obviously, I think the announcement going out, it kind of, as I expected, it makes it difficult to carry on working there. And I know, look, I've got a really good relationship with them down at Tunbridge, and I spoke to Sophie, the chair there, and we kind of just said, look, maybe it's right if we both move on now. No hard feelings, no falling out. It was just one of those that it just felt right, and naturally you get the odd supporter that are probably not happy that you're managing one club but technically already on your way out. So look, it could have maybe got a little bit better and not happened so quick, but it has, and I wish them nothing for the best, and I'm sure they'll go on and new manager will come in and it'll all be forgotten very soon.
Yeah, you had actually announced your decision to leave Tunbridge a couple of weeks prior to that. Talk us through your process and the process of you then coming here basically to decide to join Invicta.
Yeah, like I had a good chat with Parky and Blackie, who everyone I meet, my assistants. And it was sort of going on for a little while where I felt it may be time for a change. I felt we'd taken Tunbridge as far as we could at the moment, and so I sort of started talking to Sophie, the chair, and we were talking about players for next season. And it was at that point I thought, right, I kind of need to be honest here. I didn't even let Parky and Blackie know that I was definitely going to do it, but I kind of just said to her, look, I've got to be honest with you, this is what I'm thinking, and we kind of said, okay, no problem, and that was the thinking behind it. It was a tough decision because for 3 years I've had a brilliant time there. Sort of had a good success, left them in a really healthy position, but I felt it was time. Obviously, when the announcement was made, I think Duke's left here, and everyone just put two and two together, and it was kind of like, oh, folks, and it actually wasn't. I hadn't spoke to Josh since, 18 months ago. I think I first had a chat with him. So yeah, it wasn't for a good couple of weeks after the announcement, I think it was, that we actually had a chat. I was speaking to another couple of clubs as well. But again, the first meeting I had 18 months ago went really well with Josh, and it was one of those that I think timing wise it worked best for both parties. It didn't happen then. But yeah, when we met, we had a chat, and his ambitions and what he wants to do with the club, the new pitch going down. If you only have to look from the outside, looking in, the crowds and stuff like that, and it's an exciting project. Obviously, I know the club really well, played here many times, managed against Cugs' teams, and so I know the place well. So when the option came up and I was offered the job, it just felt right. I think Blackie as well, being a local lad, always speaks so highly of the place. And it helped make the decision, and we just felt, myself and as a management team, that it was a challenge we felt we needed.
Yeah, so you come in with 4 games to go. You've got 2 here, 2 away. Talk us through what is your objectives from the back end of the season? Do you want to put wins on the table, or is it more just for you to assess the squad, maybe look at the club and get a feel for things?
Win every game. I think that's just that, like myself and Blackie and Parky. That's how we work. We want to win every game. We know that will be tough, but we'll give it a good shot. Yes, it's to assess every player. I said to the boys, I met them Thursday night at training, Thursday night, and I sort of said to them, look, it's a clean slate, and I genuinely mean that. Although I know most of the boys from around the circuit, and there's a lot of the older ones I know, some of the younger ones I don't, the likes of Frankie, young Joel, Brad, and I said to all of them, you're all going to get a good crack. We will rotate it so that everyone gets the minutes and we can have a real look at them and then make decisions from there. As I said to the boys on Thursday, like, not everyone's going to be here next season. You know that's the way football works. But show us that you want to be a part of it and want to be a part of what we want to build and moving forward. And I think on Saturday, to a degree, you saw that. You saw what the players are capable of. There's no doubting when you look at the squad individually, it's a hell of a squad that Jay's put together, but for whatever reason, it's not quite worked, whether that's injuries or whatever it be. So for us now, I feel that it's a good chance to have a look. We'll try and get some ideas across to the boys at training. It's hard to get them into practice and expect them to take on straight away, but we'll put some ideas in place and go out there and try and win some games, score a few goals and get some points on the table, and then that'll help us ultimately make them decisions as come the end of the season.
Yeah, talk to us more about the longer term goals as well, maybe the plans to get to where that is.
Look, I've always said, I think as a player, as a manager, you want to play and manage as high as you can. I wouldn't be coming here if it was a club just happy to sit in this league. I think from the outside looking in, you can see there's ambitions to go higher. One thing in football, there's no guarantees. We will try our best to go up as soon as possible. But it is a building project, there's no doubt about it. I think there'll be comings and goings in the summer, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time. You've got the new pitch going down, so there's a lot of things that are going to happen. But we'll try our best to win games of football and really give the supporters something to cheer about. And yeah, in that, obviously, we want to get promoted. We want to take the team into the National South, but you only have to look over the years. The Hornchurches, how long it took them to get out of the league. You've got Billericay, Dartford, Dover's fighting it out this year. It's a real tough league. Next year, a lot of Ken derbies, which always make it tougher, but exciting. And we'll do our best to move the club forward. And that again, that's what excited us to come here, because the club's ambition.
Yeah, you've already mentioned your backroom team, Tom Parkinson and Lloyd Blackman coming with you. Talk to us a bit about how you operate as a team.
They're two lads that I think when me and Blackie were playing, Parky made his debut with us at Maidstone, so I've known him a hell of a long time. Blackie, since he's come in with me, I took him at Margate when I think he'd kind of had enough of football, and love working with him. He's a passionate lad that really cares, and he's sort of the analysis side of it and all things like that. He's brilliant with. He's brilliant with the boys as well. Parky is someone that, again, I've worked from academy and stuff at Maidstone. Great coach. He's a real good link between the players, because he's a similar he's still registered a player at Tunbridge, and he's someone that is, again, I think just the three of us really click. I trust them totally, which I think is a big thing as a manager. I trust them. If I need to go and watch a game on a Tuesday night at training, I can say, right, let's get on with this, and they'll do it. And we back each other and believe in what we do, and I thoroughly enjoy working with them. And I think in non-league part-time football is really important, that you enjoy who you're working with, and then that comes across to the players, and the players hopefully enjoy it as well. So they're really good guys. You'll see how committed they are and how much that we want to win games of football, and yeah, hopefully the supporters get to meet them soon.
Yeah, can you tell us what a Jay Saunders Folkestone Invicta team would look like?
I mean, it's difficult to say at the moment. Pace and power we want to bring into the team. I think from what I've seen at the moment, maybe some more legs, if you like, and I don't mean that disrespectfully to anyone, because I've not seen enough of it. But pace and power, and I think in general you want a team that supporters come away and are entertained. That's the main thing, but ultimately you want a team that wins games of football. So it's that fine line between sort of entertaining people and not getting results. So it's important that we win games of football. But yeah, there'll be. I mean, you look at this year at Tunbridge, our average age I think was 22, 23, so it's a very young side, opposite probably where you're at the moment, but we probably didn't have that blend right. So it's getting that blend right, especially with the 3G going down, that we've got a team that can cope with both aspects. So yeah, I'm looking forward to building that, and like I say, hopefully some of these boys can be a part of it.
Yeah, you mentioned the 3G going down and some of that. You're a manager who has worked at a lot of clubs with 3G surfaces.
Yeah, I don't know how it's worked out, to be honest. I went at Maidstone, we were ground sharing a sitting ball, and then yeah, went 3G, and then went to Margate 3G, and obviously Tunbridge went with it. So yeah, I'm used to them. And I think that what Josh and the club have got planned here will be a very good one. So let's be honest, most players now in non-league are used to them and training on them and stuff. So No, it will transform it. I think you can see, no disrespect to anyone, the pitch at the moment is a tough surface. But no, I'm looking forward to going down. But I think the biggest thing is these last 4 games for us to get a real feel for the club. On Saturday, it'll be really interesting to see how it's run on a match day. Obviously, I've come here loads of times to watch games. I've been in this season and watched games, but to actually come here on a match day as manager and just see how everything's run and get a feel for it, and that will stand us in good stead.
The chairman's spoken quite a bit about our desire to link the youth and our academy setups with the club more, and to then develop our own players. What's your thoughts and philosophy working towards that?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's really important nowadays that is the way you go. Maidstone, I had lads, Jack Richards off the top of my head, 17, playing in the National League, come through the academy. Tunbridge this year, we had loads of academy boys sort of making their debuts and involved in it. So I think it's a real important that you have that pathway. Again, there's no guarantees in it. The players have got to be good enough. If they're good enough, then we invite them in training at a young age and get them involved around the boys, and then it's up to them. And if they take their chance and they're good enough to do it, then 100% we'll involve them. And I think over these next few games, the likes of Brad Wallage, I don't think they've had many minutes, but we'll give them a good run out. And again, it's up to them to take that opportunity. Ultimately, you can have these pathways and everything, but the players have to prove themselves and adapt to it. And it is a big jump. Youth football to men's first team football is a big jump. So, but no, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of the lads coming through.
Is that maybe an opportunity where you might use the Ken Cup or the Velocity, the trophy at our level to try and blood players like that? Yeah,
we did that this year. There's always a degree that once you then get in the further rounds, you kind of look at it and go, hang on, like we might need to look at things. But yeah, again, it's if the boys are good enough, we'll give them opportunities, whether it's Ken Cup, whether it's Velocity, whether it's league game. As a manager, I think there's nothing better than when you haven't got to go looking for a player because you've got one on your doorstep that knows the club, knows the environment and knows what it means to put on a Folkestone shirt. So hopefully we can start getting that pathway, and I'm sure there'll be local lads out there that will get that opportunity.
Yeah, the crowds down here have been quite good, even despite us not having anything to play for. We had 1,100 last home game, and I'd expect quite a bit of a buzz on Saturday with yourself in the dugout. How important will the fans be in trying to get the team and get you where you want to take us? It's
massive, but it goes hand in hand with the team. If you haven't got a team that's turning up and entertaining the fans and giving them something to cheer about, then it becomes hard. So I think it's really important. I'm big on the connection between the fans. You'll always see from my team, they'll always be in the bar after the game. We make sure they come and engage with the fans, as you will see me and the management staff as well. I think it's important, win, lose or draw, you come in, that connection you have with the fans is massive, and it's worth a lot. And that's for the younger generation, the older ones as well. So especially once you get this 3G pitch down, you'll get more interest, I think, in the community. So it's really important that we buy into that and the supporters buy into what we're trying to do. Because I'm a big believer, if everyone's pulling in the same directions, then it goes hand in hand with the success. So, yeah, really looking forward to, I know as a management team, we're really looking forward to coming here Saturday and meeting a lot of those supporters. I met a few at Dartford, but it'd be nice to meet a few at a home game as well. Yeah, finally, how excited are you to get started on Saturday? I can't wait. We've got training tonight, so looking forward to that. Tuesday, I think there's a few bumps and bruises from Saturday, so I don't think it'll be too intense tonight. But then Thursday, as I say, we'll try and get some ideas across to the boys, and then really looking forward to the match day Saturday. And like I say, it'll be a strange feeling because I've been here many times as a player and as an opposing manager, but it'll be a really good and proud moment to come here and manage a team. Just make sure you sit in the right dugout. Yeah. Cheers, Jay. Lovely. Cheers.